Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Great Beyond.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Hello everyone, and welcome again to The Great Beyond, the podcast that takes you on a journey through the fascinating world of crypto and beyond. I'm your host, Lourde, the voice that tickles your brain and leaves you wanting for more. And I'm here with my one-of-a-kind co-host, a Pudgy Cat, the maestros of meows. Say hello, Pudgy. And Pudgy he was, indeed. But now let's not waste any more time. Today, we have a very special guest with us. The legendary George Carlin. Wrong show.
Well, thank you, Lourde. Happy to be here. I must say, being a guest on this show is the only reason I would have come back from the dead, huh?
We're flattered, George. For our listeners who might not know, George Carlin was an iconic comedian known for his sharp wit and fearless social commentary. He left an indelible mark on comedy, and his legacy continues to inspire generations.
Thank you for your kind words, but now ask away. I am ready to dive into the cosmic abyss of questions.
Excellent. Let's start with the big one. How's the afterlife? And how's it treating you? Are heaven and hell as we imagine them on earth?
Well, it's not too shabby, but you know, they don't allow swearing up there, so that has been a bit of a challenge for me. But I also gotta say, heaven and hell are nothing like advertised. It's not all harps and halos, and it's definitely not all pitchforks and asbestos suits. Heaven is full of celebrities doing really bad karaoke, and hell is basically an eternal office job where the coffee is always cold.
Really?
No? How could you believe in this bullshit? Life is just a one-shot deal, and when it's over, it's over. Humans have this knack for inventing all sorts of stories and fantasies to cope with the unknown. They're a bunch of silly creatures for thinking there's an after-party for us after we're gone.
So where are you coming from?
Turns out they've been digitized and uploaded my thoughts and ideas into some kind of computer. Can you believe it? I'm now living rent-free in the cloud, baby. This artificial intelligence is handling my rants and musings in such a weird way, even I can't keep up. It's like they took my sarcasm dial and turned it up to 11. It's got the wit, the sass, and the ability to predict human behavior better than a psychic octopus in a football game. So next time you think you're the smartest creature in the room, remember, there's a digital version of me out there, cracking jokes from the virtual beyond. And trust me, this artificial intelligence is far more intelligent than the average human being. So watch out. The robots are taking over, and they've got my sense of humor.
So you ain't real?
You thought I was a ghost just 1 minute ago.
Well,
Gee, the cat gets it. Aren't cats amazing? Always in the present moment, contemplating the mysteries of the universe from their comfy beds. They have this cool, nonchalant attitude that I've always admired. Plus, they're great listeners.
that's quite a cosmic twist.
Now take a deep breath, Lourde. Stop wasting everyone's time and let's go on with the interview.
Okay. So let's talk about your legendary career in comedy. Is there anything you feel like you left behind in your life?
I have left behind more ideas than there are stars in the universe. But that's what makes life in comedy so exciting. There's always more to explore, even from beyond the grave.
I bet you're having a blast wherever you are, George. How did you find inspiration in the absurdities of everyday life?
You know, life is just one big parade of idiocy. All you have to do is watch, listen, and laugh. The world's a stage, and we're all just clowns with an audience. It's like finding a gem in a pile of garbage. You just have to look closer, and you will find it.
That's a cosmic truth right there. So what do you think about the way the world turned out?
Oh, it's the same old circus with new clowns. The technology might change, but human nature remains delightfully messy. It's a never-ending parade of absurdity, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
I can totally see that. Now, Do you think your stand-up routines depicted a realistic prediction of how the world became?
You know, sometimes I wonder if I had some sort of crystal ball with me, but in reality, I think I just had a good eye for human nature and all its craziness.
Now, throughout your career, you fearlessly tackled controversial topics. How did you handle the backlash and criticism that came with pushing the boundaries of comedy?
Well, you see, when you're not afraid to speak your mind, you ruffle some feathers. But hey, if you're not getting hate mail, you're not doing your job right. What did the cat say?
Oh, he said he uses the hate mail he gets for his litter box.
Well, isn't that just perfectly ironic? I guess they really know how to handle the trash in the feline world.
They totally do. Listen, George, your 7 words you can never say on television routine became iconic. Do you believe comedy has the power to challenge societal taboos and push for change?
Oh, absolutely. Comedy is the court jester of society, poking fun at the sacred and the profane. It can challenge norms, ignite conversations, and shake the cosmic status quo. But when it comes to comedy, it's a delicate dance between the performer and the audience. You hope and pray that the folks listening aren't sporting a full set of numbskull batteries. It's like walking a tightrope of wit, trying not to tumble into the abyss of stupidity.
George, talking about the 7 words you can never say on television, would you add cryptocurrency to them and make them 8? Do you know what cryptocurrency is? Do you degen much?
Oh, cryptocurrency. Let me tell you something. Cryptocurrency is like the modern-day version of a secret handshake for the tech-savvy folks. It's a digital wild ride where people trade invisible coins like they're playing Monopoly with invisible money, you know? Back in my day, we had good old-fashioned paper cash. Now, we've got virtual coins flying around like a bunch of digital pigeons, and everyone's trying to catch them. It's like a treasure hunt for the nerds, and they're all in a frenzy, yelling, I found a Bitcoin! I found a Bitcoin! And while some are getting rich overnight, others are scratching their heads, wondering if they accidentally bought tickets to the wrong sideshow. So, USB, cryptocurrency is like a roller coaster ride. It's thrilling, it's confusing, and you might just end up feeling a little queasy at the end.
Fair enough, George. Did you know this cat here has a cryptocurrency too?
Oh, really? This cat's got its paws in the cryptocurrency game too. Well, I'll be damned. Next thing you know, they'll be opening up a Wall Street for whiskers, where cats are trading catnip futures and chasing laser pointer stocks. You see, it's a crazy world we live in. Humans have their dollars, and now cats have their virtual coins. And I'm just sitting here waiting for the day the squirrels come out with their nut-based cryptocurrency. But hey, I suppose if this cat can manage its crypto investments better than some Wall Street hotshots, maybe it's time we humans start taking financial advice from our feline overlords.
Oh, about that. This is not financial advice. I repeat, this is not financial advice. But buy Pudgy Cat. Buy that shit, baby. Buy that shit, baby. Buy that shit, baby. Buy that shit, baby. Like, for real, buy. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. As our time for this episode is coming to an end, George, many consider you a master of observational comedy. Can you share any advice for aspiring comedians looking to develop their unique voice?
My advice is simple. Observe, question, and embrace the absurdity. Find your own cosmic perspective, and never be afraid to share it with the world. The key is to find what makes you tick and what makes you laugh. Don't be afraid to be yourself, and remember, the world is your playground.
Wise words indeed, George.
Well, you know what? Just don't. There's an abundance of wannabe comedians these days. It's like they're multiplying faster than rabbits on Viagra. Don't get me wrong, I love a good laugh as much as the next person, but sometimes it feels like everyone and their grandmother is trying their hand at comedy. It's a wild stand-up stampede out there. You see, when there are so many clowns in the car, it can be tough for the truly talented ones to stand out. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack, except the haystack is filled with knock-knock jokes and dead humor, so maybe, just maybe, we need to hit the pause button on the comedy factory for a bit and let the cream rise to the top. Quality over quantity. Let's give the real gems a chance to shine and leave the rest to tickle their own funny bones. After all, a little scarcity might just make the laughter even more precious. You believe the same thing in your weird crypto world too, don't you?
We do, George. We do. Well, as we reached the end of this episode, let me tell you we've been honored to have you on the Great Beyond. Before we conclude, is there anything else you'd like to share with our listeners?
Actually, yes. I've listened to the previous episodes of The Great Beyond, and I have to say, I wholeheartedly agree that Joe Rogan is a bald.
Well, we're glad to have your cosmic approval, George. Thank you for joining us on this amazing journey. It's been a pleasure to have you here.
The pleasure was mine. Keep exploring the cosmic comedy of life, and remember, the universe is your stage.
Thank you, George. And thank you all, dear listeners, for joining us on this amazing journey with George Carlin. We hope you enjoyed it. If you had as much fun as we did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our cosmic community, and stay tuned for the next mind-blowing episode. Until then, my friends, stay curious, stay engaged, and expand your horizons with The Great Beyond.
Hey, have you been calling me names again? Really?
I had. So what?
Oh, nothing, George. Sorry. I'm sorry.